Sigma.
Gotta get those levels right.
I'm a Sigma. I go out. I don't even.
Here we go.
Man Swoo.
Oh, fuck, blew it. Ready?
Man Swoo. Man Swoo.
This time. Third time lucky. Go.
Man Swoo. Computer. Right.
Right. Bloody right.
So, just to establish, you're grumpy. You are quiet. You actually look. I got to tell you, actually, I'm impressed. We've had some real progress with the background, and I'll tell you what. That one ball at a time policy starting to come together. I'm not sure about the drum kit or the tape measure.
Yeah, I saw the tape measure before. I was like, oh, that needs to come out. It's like right there.
I'm not sure about the stationery on top of the top shelf there either.
Stationery.
But the Waimea Bay print, the No Effects print, the books just really talk to your personality. I mean, you don't have much, but it is good, you know.
It's an improvement, isn't it?
Yeah. And we've also talked about a Fu Man Swoo neon sign for your background, which could be incoming within the coming months or weeks. Bad boy design graphics might be able to pump one out for us.
Well, I think you can actually just order them off Temu, like real cheap.
So we'll get one little more like sort of 7-year-old child listening to Fu Man Swoo when they're carving out our neon sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice. Get those little slave hands to work. Good.
I'm a bit gutted about my Waimea frame positioning. It should have come down another 2 inches, so it could have been centered in between that space there. I was rushing around this afternoon. I was like, yeah, this looks about right. And then I stepped backwards and I was like, no, that's not right, Chelsea.
What you could do possibly is, I don't know, maybe have the No Effects and the Waimea one side by side might be kind of cool. Have a little collage.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, the No Effects one's a little bit too low now. It's a bit small.
Oh, well. Big progress, mate. Big progress.
Hey, I did it for you and for the watchers out there. You know, this is for you guys, not for me at all. It's not for me at all.
Tihei Mariora.
Toitu te tariti.
Toitu te tariti.
How's I fully guessed that today? I didn't realize. It just made sense because the slogan has been honor the treaties. Then I was like, wonder what Toitu means. It must mean honor.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so we're both a little bit grumpy for different reasons. But straight into the book chat. Jolin.
Yes.
You can't be grumpy about the wage that you've been getting recently. Elaborate.
I'd love to elaborate. Laketown's been very fun. I had 2 really good surfs in the corner exactly 7 days ago. So this was Monday, the whatever that would be, 7 days minus 25, must be the 18th. And had 2 surfs at dead low, just either side of low tide on a Monday with none other than Johnny Scoot. And it was just fun. 2.5 feet corner dredging. You can stand up and it's that shallow. That's what I love about the corner. It reminds me the Stoke feeling that you get. It reminds me of the wave track because you know it's a little bit of a novelty because it can be gone within the next big swell. So, or it just progressively just keeps getting further and further past the tip and then it's gone. So that was my first couple of surfs 7 days ago, and then I reacquainted myself with the wave trap yesterday.
Oh,
also twice. Sorry, not wave trap. My bad. Sorry,
Yeah,
corner. Yeah, so
yeah.
I had another two surfs around low tide yesterday, and equally just as fun. Um, yeah, just barrels and little bowls. Managed to link one up yesterday. I linked one up from the corner peak, yeah, all the way through, right to the inside. So that's a rare thing, is when you get those waves that link all the way through,
Right.
you,
So
you, you feel it wedge up again, and you can see the wedge getting bounced off, and you're like, oh, I'm about to link up, and then you get another push of speed, and then down you go. Um, so yeah, it was lots of fun. Today was a little bit smaller, so there was no corner action, but I managed to get out another little surf on my lunch break, just in the inside peak, and it was like, yeah, maybe 2 hours before low. I kind of missed it. Probably should have went out a bit earlier. Um, but hey, just little fun little DK waves, 2 foot, just little shrielpers.
that
Yeah. So that's my little wee update. I've had a good couple of wee surfs over the last few couple of weeks. And yeah, what about yourself in the boogie boarding world? For
I've
you?
been getting some right waves, but they're at those different places. But then I missed out on. It's very grumpy today because I
Yeah.
missed out on some pretty insane waves.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah,
Looked
yeah.
freezing too, and I got a couple of videos and photos today from one of our friends that went over and surfed this spot. And I said, "Oh fuck, that looks cold." And he was like, "Mate, so cold." He's like, "I didn't bring any booties or anything." He said it was fucking so cold. Just had that look to it, that fucking like glacial brown, eh?
Yeah, after that southerly blast, it comes through. Yeah. So, and what's happening in the bogging world? I would like to address the backlash that you have received from multiple sources of your horrendous call you made about Nathan Florence blowing it in hyphenated marks at the
Yep.
right from a guy that can barely stand up.
I'd love to talk about that later in the podcast. But yeah, what else is happening in the bogging world?
Booging World.
Yeah, quite a bit of stuff at our national level. And
Okay.
then also I want to talk about the pipeline comp.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
So should we start off with Breaker Bay?
You start off and break a bow, please. Joel and
Yes.
small penis Kelly.
So we were getting very excited, you, me, and McPake. You'd pretty much sort of pulled the pin because hey, your missus is about to have a baby like any week now. So that's a very valid reason not to go. But just last week or the week before, we were given a pretty strong orange light or yellow light for the Breaker Bay.
Mm,
So some a bit of background behind the scenes. Me, you, and Pakey have been conversing about this for quite some time, and it was getting to a point where all three of us were like, "We can't keep waiting. We're going to have to pull the pin eventually." And we'd sort of made the decision that the weekend that's just been yesterday, the 24th, that was the day that they were thinking they might run it. That was probably going to be our last window of opportunity.
yeah.
Um, you'd sort of already pulled out, but me and Pakey were thinking, right, this will be the last one. Once it hits December, we can't just keep, just sort of living our lives, waiting, putting things on hold. So we made that decision. This will be our last weekend, and then what do you know? It was like, oh, it could run. Hakey was still on the fence. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going. I'm committed. And I sort of pressured him into it, which was good. So he'd sort of said, yeah, okay, I'm coming. We'll do it. And then they gave us a Tuesday as a final call, and then they gave it another day. And so the final call was going to be on the Wednesday for a potential run on the Sunday.
Yeah,
And for
last
me,
Wednesday. Mm.
yeah, last Wednesday. So for me, I don't know the reports very good, but I could see that there was a good swell. It was good wind, but I think there might have been too much of a good wind, apparently. Um, and it was a sunny day. Don't know much about the tide, so I can't really talk to that. But it was looking like, yeah, this is going to happen. I was getting quite excited. Uh, then they made the call on Wednesday. No, they're not going to run.
Mm.
So then me and Pakey were like, all right, what a bummer. That's us. We're pulling out. And then they sent a couple of emails out asking for some feedback. Um, and yeah, maybe I won't talk to that because they haven't made final decisions on that. So I won't give any details out. But there was some talk about the waiting periods, you know, continuing and blah, blah, blah. And I just replied back and said, sorry, boys, I'm out.
Mm.
And then I missed a call from Grally. So sorry, Grally. And then I failed to call him back. So I still need to send him a message and say, hey, if he, because he left me a message saying, oh, look, mate, I thought I'd just give you a call rather than typing out a big long email. And I was like, yeah, no, sweet. But I couldn't chat to him. I was busy that night. But yeah, what a bummer for me and Pakey and you. We're out of it. Potentially we're out unless I don't know what they do with the waiting periods for next year or whatever, or the rest of this year. Yeah.
Yeah, if they run it before Christmas, I won't be able to go up because I'll be a new baby daddy times two.
Mm.
Um, my the boys have done really well pulling it together.
Shit, yeah.
Um, I have to say, I think because it seems to be such a fickle spot,
Mm.
I think, and they might scoff, but I think we should have run it midweek because there were some windows where midweek looked kind of pumping throughout that initial waiting period and late winter there, early
Mm.
spring, and yeah, I think because it seems such a fickle wave. Um, yeah, maybe we should have had it just who turned up, because if you want true Breaker Bay, if you want to
Yeah.
have a comp in true blue Breaker Bay, well then make it more about the wave and the whoever can turn up turns up, and then you get to showcase the wave. You know
Mm.
what I mean? So maybe could have ran it, uh, you know,
Midweek.
that midweek because it
Mm.
looked like it pumped a few times midweek, and they just, I'm sorry, it's a real shame that happened to them. I'm sorry that did. It's a bugger. So there's nothing that can be done about that. But
No.
I think, yeah, if they want to put it into next year, cool. But yeah, just please don't do it during the Blaketown pomp dates, which is Easter next year. Every Easter we run.
Yeah.
So, because hopefully some of those boys will come down.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that's what I said in my feedback reply. Um, the way that I look at it, because it's been emulated from Shark Island, right? Some years they wouldn't even run the Shark Island because they had their window,
yeah,
and then the swell wouldn't come, and they'd be like, "All right, we'll try again next year." So I don't know. I gave a bit of feedback on that. I said maybe that would have been a good approach rather than just waiting, 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 because yeah, it, it becomes it becomes just hard to manage your life around it. When you're waiting, you're waiting, waiting. Whereas at least if you had, because what did they have? I think the initial window was 5 or 6 weeks.
yeah.
And then that turned into 12 weeks, probably more.
Mm,
Um, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but maybe that could have been the best way to do it was to just, yeah, have the window, maybe extend it for a couple of weeks. And then if nothing comes, too bad. We'll try again next
yeah,
year, because the sponsors
yeah,
would still stick around. God, you could even get more sponsors in another bloody 9 to 12 months. But I love that they're so passionate about it. They're going to just keep going and keep waiting. And I guess we'll wait and see what they say with their next update with regards to the next waiting period or what they decide to
yeah.
do.
Shout out to Paul. It's real dedicated passion to putting something together, and it's definitely given us a bit of a kick up the ass. To be honest, bit of a kick up the ass in how we put the Lake Town comp together. So me, John, and Pakey will put the 19th anniversary Blaketown comp together for next year Easter,
Oh
and
shit.
the way you guys
Is
put it together, yeah, because you
so
just thought the 20th is the year after, didn't you?
no, I just wondered what the 19th was for. I thought it was I was at the date, 19th of April, and then I was like, oh no, that's the actual 19th
19th.
version.
Yeah.
That's right, because 2026 is the big one.
Yeah, we're going to need
Mm.
all hands on fucking deck for the 20th. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Frank, why don't you do something for a change?
Instead of complaining about everything.
Lane. Is there a live stream? Is there a live? How about you just turn up, Frank, and help?
Well, he turned up at
He turned
the
up for the
20,
10th.
the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
So if we give him enough notice, Easter 2026, I would imagine he would come back for it, to be honest.
I'd, I'd actually be shocked if he didn't. I'd actually be
I'd be
shocked if he
shocked.
didn't.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
shocked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's going to be big. I'm actually thinking of that 20th comp. I'm actually like, get a little goosebumpy.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that could be.
Let's spitball because I really love the whole
Mm,
locked in field that Breaker Bay did with the 24 entrants.
yep.
I reckon we do that for the 20th. We say there's 24 spots. We're gonna, we'll just cap it, and that way the draw's done fucking months in advance. Like what do you think?
Oh, I think like we have still have open well, you remember how last year I set up that online thing and people used that online thing to enter? So we had quite a few people in the draw before
Yeah,
beforehand.
but that didn't run very smooth.
Did it? I can't remember. I was in
No.
such a fucking haze of stress. You think about me, was it this year? Yeah, this
Yeah,
year
yeah, it
when
was
we
this year.
ran it
Yeah,
this year and I set that thing up.
yeah.
I was in the middle of trying to sell that piece of shit house. I was at my fucking, was that this year?
It was, Matt. It was.
No,
I
this year was
think.
okay. No, this year was
Ah,
okay. It was the year before
yeah.
when I actually made the semis. I made semis 2 years in a row, didn't I? Um,
Oh,
no, anyway,
because
we'll
I felt like
smooth it out.
that online thing. I think it was just lack of comms between us. Like I didn't even know who'd registered. I don't think you told us.
I did.
Okay.
Okay, you little
Okay.
mouth, eh? Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. Um. Anyway, good
Yeah.
on you, boys. Keep it going.
Keep it going, mate. Keep it going.
Interested to see how you want to
Full
play
stop.
things out, but I wonder if you want to try midweek or even like a Friday or a Monday, either side of a weekend where people could
Mm,
still get there on the weekend but might have to take a day off. You know what I
mm,
mean? Because it seems like a fickle fucking wave. We've run actually I organised it
mm,
back when we used to have club comps, but I organised our one and only waiting period comp where
mm,
we had a month. I think it was like November or December or something we did. No, it was like a February or March, which is like the real good season for Blaketown. And
mm.
I said to everyone, right, we've got a month, and then on whatever weekend within this 1 month looks the best, we'll run it. And remember, it was so funny because the weekend we ran it was really fun. We got really fun Blaketown. And me and you had that epic heat. I'll never
Mm.
forget that. Um, but then the next weekend was all time Blaketown.
Oh, that's the thing. It's so hard to bloody judge, eh?
Do
I
you remember
guess now,
Isaac one?
yeah. Do you remember? I guess it's good now that we can actually tap into some super long range forecasting. You can actually see like, 12, 15 days ahead. And you could, but yeah, back then we were just running on a 7-dayer, I think.
I think I think I had boy weather back in
Oh,
those
did
days,
you?
and I could get 10 days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
True.
$10 cunt
I was
password.
just, yeah, I was always a magic seaweed guy on
Oh,
the
actually, I might have
budge.
converted to magic seaweed back then.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Oh no, lighting's going to be an issue on the old house because this light above me
Yeah.
doesn't go anymore. Gotta get a Sparky around. I hit up Pakey, he's like, nah. Hit up J Ray, he's like, nah. All right.
They don't want to.
Maybe I'll YouTube it. That should be a good idea, eh?
No, 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 not at all.
Fuck
Um,
around with wires and shit.
what was I going to tell you? The oh yeah, oh I can't remember.
Oh,
Anyway, that
but
was mm.
yeah. But anyway, wrapping up the Breaker Bay. Good luck to the boys. How's this for a kook out? You'll love this. You'll laugh at this. So the ferry tickets that I booked, right?
Oh no,
What did you think I did?
you forgot to like rebook the dates.
No,
Oh,
the tickets I purchased
yeah,
were
people only.
non-refundable.
Oh,
Because
oh.
I honestly didn't think that I'd be refunding anything. So I just bought the second tier ones, which were the flexi ones, because I wanted to be able to, push out the dates so
Mm.
we could, just move them around whenever they ran the comp. I did not, in my wildest dreams, think I'd be having to have a refund. So I've still got tickets. Still got tickets. Pakey's spiel, and he's like, "Fuck, I want my money, can't I?"
I want my money, can I? Say that again. That was so good.
Fuck, I want my money, can't I? Boy, Joel, you blurred eye. Like, you should have got the refundable ones,
I
man.
tell you what, I'd have it if I ever say if we had like a boy surf trip overseas organized, right?
Hmm.
I'd have a fucking conniption if I put either you or Big
Oh,
Bake in charge,
do
or
not put
like
me in charge.
booking rental cars,
Yeah.
fucking hotels, or anything. I'll be
No.
like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll just do it because
Yeah.
you will have a fucking blowout.
100%. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not good with that sort of stuff. I can nail it from time to time, but I guess I just should have just got the refundable ones, but I didn't, had no, I just didn't, the thought didn't even cross my mind that I'd have
Well,
to cancel
yeah. So I mean, I won't be able to go up to Break It Bay for the next three
3 months.
3 to 4 months. You
Yeah.
know,
With baby. Yeah.
with baby.
Mm.
And then I think what you need to do is turn on your lounge light so because you're literally
Yeah. I'm going to have
morphing
to.
into the background. Yeah.
No. All right. Hold the phone.
Yeah, cool. Um Now the other thing I want to tell you fuckers is when we drop an episode, right? When we drop an episode, we get a lot of engagement, but we get engagement from you guys via texts, group chats, and we love it. I'm gonna say it.
Do you know that
But man,
I lit the fire today?
hey man,
Oh,
drop a comment. Drop a comment up in this bitch on our YouTube vid or on our Instagram. Drop a comment on this bitch and shout out to our Patreons because when we drop on Patreon, the boys are engaged. Our true believers, they're in
yeah.
there. Yeah. So, and also, if you want to see some real cool shit, fucking subscribe to our fucking Patreon or I'm quitting. No,
what's
no, no.
what's the cheapest fucking tier down the beach, isn't it?
Like $2.
DTB, $3.50 or something. Um, Now, did you do a little plug for reviews and 5 stars? Because I see Joel from the J&T show has been doing that quite a bit, and they've got quite a few reviews and 5 staros. So we should do that, eh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Review our motherfucking show on motherfucking Spotify, or next time I see you, and if you haven't reviewed, I'll fuck you up. I'll punch you in the face. All right, I'll punch
No,
you right in your
just
stupid fucking face.
grab their phone off them, and be like, right, let's do this right now.
I'll punch you right in your cunt face.
That's the one, mate. Abuse all of our listeners. Boy, I haven't heard 1 ounce of feedback from you on
Shut up.
that was good. That was well timed. That was
Shut
well
the
timed.
fuck up.
About the 2 videos I put up. the musical ones.
Oh, just quickly,
Oh,
um,
great. Here he goes. He
we
just fucking
we got
derails my topic as
we
per
got
usual.
we got
As
23
per.
5-star reviews on Instagram on Spotify so far.
Oh, that's good. That's
So
good.
let's pump that shit up. And
Pump
also,
it up.
like I was saying, hey, we love it when you boys send us the feedback, DMs on Instagram. All good. Drop a fucking comment, get some engagement going. You
Yeah,
boomers.
write me off. I'm pretty easy to write off. Look at the state of my face. Like
Oh my
just
god.
stuck into me.
How grumpy did
Bald
you get?
head.
You get so grumpy. I remember I sent you a voice message and I was like, you get pretty grumpy off um some of this, what do you call it? Back
You're telling the
back
story, fucking
back
idiot.
uh backlash.
Oh,
Backlash.
oh, yeah. No, it was. I wasn't thinking grumpy. I was just getting like, because Frankie Robinson, after it was the one wall at a time
Yeah.
and the Nathan Florence,
Yeah.
those two topics, he just could not wrap his little fucking peanut brain around. And like, and he's so lazy. He just sends us fucking voice notes, and like every like, I listened to the first couple and I was laughing. He's literally just writing me off so hard. I was like, oh, classic Frank. And then like I get another one and I'd listen to the first 5 seconds and it'd just be like, I still can't believe, Kills, that blah blah blah. And after about the fucking seventh message, I was like, I'm done. I'm not even listening to them. And I said to you, I was like, I'm done. I don't even know what he's saying. I'm not listening to the cat.
There
But he
you go.
got over it. He got over it. He mellowed out. I'm back. I'm listening to you again, Frank. But maybe there's like 5 or 6 messages I did not bother listening to. I'm starting to affect me mentally, which is what you'll love to hear.
Um, I did actually leave a comment on our own on your one of your rotten jams,
Oh,
and
I didn't
and
see
I
that.
wrote I wrote chemo turnstile.
Ah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
I was quite I was quite proud of that. Like we literally just rocked up. I had a couple of songs in mind and I was like, should we learn these boys on the spot? So we just learnt them right there, probably ran through about 4 times each, and then we recorded the best one at the end. It was fucking
Um.
fun.
Now, quick. Yeah. These I came back to your feedback because you jumped too quickly to
Oh,
me
sorry about
to allow me to rebut.
Oh, sorry
You
about
know.
that. Sorry about that.
Eh?
But hey, the point of the story is you're missing out on some fucking content, hey? Like random jam sessions that only a handful of people have actually seen live. Um,
Yeah.
Hodjo's latest vlog as well. I want to talk to you about that too with Brookerson
Please continue. I'd like to hear some
feedback.
feedback.
So when I first pressed play, I started listening to 2 minutes, and then I was like, "Oh, great! It's just going to be fucking Hodjo wanking on about his fabled surf at Rarotonga."
Here we go. It's on my back wall. There it
And I
is,
was
right there.
correct. I was correct. It was another fucking recap of that, but that was fun. And then I was quite surprised to see some pumping barrels and with some GoPro action. Was that the same day?
Same day. Yeah. See, I
Oh,
didn't. I didn't make it very continuous. I didn't vlog it very well, but it was all the same day. Yeah.
yeah, no, it was well worth it. See, that's another 10 minutes of footage that people are missing out on, you know? Some yarns and some clips.
Won't go anywhere else. That particular
Spot.
locale.
Yeah,
It'll never. Yeah.
which is cool. Keep shit
Um.
fucking exclusive, mate.
I never. I didn't in that chat with Brooksy. I didn't actually bring up Brutaki. He did.
Yes. Yes.
You
True.
know.
Well, you asked him the question. It was a loaded question. You probably already knew where he was going to go with that answer.
I actually didn't think because he. No, I didn't.
I
He's seen some pretty epic waves himself, like
bet he
over the
has.
years.
Yeah.
Like some spots up in Wellington when he lived in Wellington. He's
Yeah.
seen some pretty incredible, the spots I'm talking about.
I know the ones. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
That particular spot is probably better than anything type of river wave we get here, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I was surprised they actually said that. Oh, what else is going on? Yeah, Fortuona continues to drop us abuse and a few tidbits
Yeah.
of goings on up
Yes.
north.
Yep.
Um, I've I've changed. I will be changing my flights to Auckland fairly soon if this tidbit of rumor comes through.
Hmm.
I just do you know what actually made me realize with
Yeah.
the Breaker Bay thing? So
Yeah.
I booked um yeah, this might actually help. I booked flexi fares, refundable flexi fares on Air New Zealand,
Nice.
right? I thought I'd drop that in there. And what I
Didn't.
learned is you can change. I've changed those flights, right, to the dates for free to Wellington about 6 or 7 times now without a single charge.
It's good.
As long as you book out, as long as you book, 2 weeks in advance or a week in advance.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do it like a few days out, you might cop a $50 charge or something like that.
Yep.
But what I've seen is that if you book a fully flexi flight within New Zealand, you can change it as many times as you want for free.
That's cool.
And it got me thinking. I was like, "Fuck, I'm going to change my ticket to Auckland for the cyclone season and
Mm,
just head
that's a good
up
idea.
Portuona and Boogie Jesus and just be like, right, when you boys are on, I'll fly in, and so should you." This is why we mainly got the Patreon because we wanted to do some fun shit we can't do on our public stuff
Mm.
and have chats that not quite safe. But the the Patreon really helps because we want to be able to do some, cool shit for the podcast. Um, yeah. So
Well, don't forget we have promised the Southwest trip.
yes,
So
yes,
we can't renege on that.
it's
Now that
happening.
you're going to have a baby, though, so this is going to have to be pushed out now till probably autumn, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be okay. We don't. I would rather not do it in winter. But yeah, if you could commit to a window in autumn, um, obviously the comp is in mid-April. But yeah,
We'll lock it in with our patrons. We'll get a little because it's a
consensus.
so what we've said is we want to do a full on boys trip sort of surf mission down to South Westland and invite all our Patreons and use our Patreon money to cover as much of the costs
Yeah,
as possible.
exactly.
Because that's what the sort of shit we want to start doing as well. Like the whole reason why we started Man Swoo was because we saw that the isolated website had died and the isolated magazine had died, the comp scene had died. And we're like, fuck, let's just do something for the boogie scene. And we
Yeah.
wanted to, keep us all connected. And that's why we started the Patreon, help start building up some funds so then we can do like a cool trip and
Mm,
help pay for the costs once a year, you know?
yeah.
Mm.
Still super keen for that. Um, I got into a fucking, as you do, a Google Earth rabbit hole the other night. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
just started fucking hunting down there, and just don't want to blow the spot up, but it's so remote. It's never going to get crowded. There's so many fucking setups, so it's
Oh my God.
fucked. Honestly, there's like 5 setups at least that are just like, wow, this. And I was thinking, like, for the trip that we do, I just think we should just focus it on one river. Don't get too fucking beat up about checking a million different spots. I reckon we focus on one river, get some accommodation nearby. I'm thinking just like a batch or a Airbnb. There's heaps of houses down there that can sleep, 5 or 6. That's probably all we're gonna have. Yeah, not everyone's going to be able to come, but I reckon if we get five
Or
or six peeps,
or camping. We pay for a big camping setup. Because the other thing we could do, and just on this as well, is our bro, the bro. I don't actually know him. I think you do. The bro
Blair.
Blair
Yeah,
could be able to fly us into places, and we use Patreon money to pay for it. You know?
exactly. Yeah, or at
Yeah,
least he can give us a bit of local knowledge on some of the access and that sort of stuff.
yeah. You
But
hire
yeah,
him as a
that's
guide,
yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm sure he'd be keen just to hang out.
just
Um,
on the bro too. How was that flooding that hit his house? Like
yeah.
what 3 weeks ago with that huge over what was it, nearly 600 mils of rain in his catchment in his river
Mm,
in 24 hours, and it nearly put the river through his house. The
mental,
fucking
dude.
Bohai River nearly went through his
Mental way.
house.
How's he said at 200 meters of road, that
Mm,
river.
mm.
200 meters of road it destroyed. They're fucked up.
Crazy, man.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah.
So yeah, that's why we do the. That's why we do it.
This is
Um,
why we do
yeah.
it.
Um, yeah.
Let's get a health check done.
Okay.
Let's do a quick fire one because I don't want you
Mm,
to get depressed about it. So
I get tired.
I know. So let's not do that. We want you to stay up. So let's shorten it. So when we go with mental health, I'm going to
Mm,
say to you, give me a number
yeah.
and give me one word to describe it. And then we'll do the same for physical health and we'll go back and forth like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
start off with your mental health out of 10, one word to describe.
7. Need surf.
That's two words, but that's good. It's good effort. Okay. I am 8 and okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I said
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Um, what about your physical health? Number and a word.
6. Building.
Like a little. That's good. Um, I'm gonna go 8
Okay.
and empty stomach. That is, because I'm fasting again. Should we
Yeah.
talk about my fasting journey, or should we say that for another pod?
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, it's boring. Got lots of show
Okay.
notes.
So do
Yeah.
I.
Quickly. I thought it was quite good that GoPro footage on the Patreon video because sort of kept the clips running and you're like going barrels going dry. A lot of them.
You made it. You made a fucking sick one. It was like one barrel. You got like a couple of good sections on it.
Yeah, that was a fucking beauty. That one.
Yeah.
They always look better in real life too. Like
I know.
there's a guy on YouTube. He's a ripper in Hawaii.
Hmm.
The guy's name's Connor Kennedy. He's a pro-ish stand-up writer,
Yeah.
and he dominates backdoor, and he drops like one video a week, and he's got the GoPro in his mouth,
Hmm.
and his backdoor clips are just the fucking best because he's so because backdoor's such a slab
Hmm.
and he gets so deep. It's just because to make it a real good GoPro clip, you got to be fucking deep.
Hmm.
You can get like a 6 throaty barrel, but not be that deep, and it looks real good to you in person. But then when you look back on the GoPro, you're like, oh fuck, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be fucking deep. Because the other thing is like the camera's sticking out another what, 500 mil, 400 mil from your fucking
500
chin.
mil,
I
half a
don't know.
meter, you fucking clown. Probably will be good. Half a meter.
I don't
More like 50 mil. Uh,
know. I like the
but
one
yeah,
that Sam got right at the end. Because Sam had it for a bit. And it
yeah.
wasn't very deep, but it just had a sick shape. And then he just ate shit on dry gravel.
Yeah. It's funny listening to whoever it was fucking wheezing and grunting.
That was me. That was me. I was so fucked. I was because there was
Uh,
heaps of current that day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I was so there was a
I need,
big current that day.
I need to take my
Um,
head. I need to take my hoodie off. Hold the fort,
okay.
mate.
What else? Oh, we're going to talk about Joel Taylor. Um, the Joel Taylor clip. Uh, so a bit of background, if you guys don't know. So Joel Taylor was a pro booger in the late '90s and early noughties, and he got paralyzed at pipe. Oh, he got paralyzed at pipe in 2001 on like a big pipe set. There's actually footage of it. Chris Whitey shot it, and he got paralyzed from the waist down in an instant, hitting the reef at pipe. And
Terrible.
he stayed committed to the scene. There's been some really good interviews with Joel over the years, and he stayed committed to the scene. And he created a few brands, but the main one was Unite clothing company, which has sponsored bodyboarders for a couple of decades now. Um, and but the thing was, Joel stayed out. I got to sneeze.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
Joel Joel stayed out of the water for like 20 years since that accident. He just didn't really want to know about it, because it was like too depressing to him. And I think it was his wife or some of his friends that convinced him to just get back in the water and have a go. And basically Joel being paralyzed has worked out got into Paralympic parasurfing, quickly became the world champion at parasurfing. But then him being such a sort of a natural athlete and natural ripper, he was like, I'm going to push the fucking boundaries here. And he dropped an edit with his mate Luke Morgan, who I met years ago in Raro, fucking years ago.
Oh,
Surf
crazy.
Rutaki with them. Yeah. They dropped a clip a couple of months ago, and it's Joel, and this cunt's fuck it. You know how you got to use your legs to kick back to the surface. Imagine what it's like on a 4 to 6 foot wave when you're just using your arms. So Joel's out there at like what looks like Kiyama wedge or Iluka wedge.
That's a Luca. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
getting fucking slotted on this custom made. It's like a hybrid surfboard slash boogie board because it's got no fins. Because what he found trying to ride bugs, he hated doing it. Is it because you need leg drive for books to generate speed to use your
Mm.
hips and everything. So he's got these custom made hybrid surfboards that give him the drive he needs. And fuck me, the edit was the coolest thing I've seen in years, eh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was epic. See, he's doing spinners and stuff now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I got a really bad joke, dark joke.
you do it.
Why isn't he crossing his legs though?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Sorry, I had to say it. Sorry, Joel. I had to say. I hope you could laugh at that. Uh,
That was sick
uh,
though.
yeah. And he got silver, I think, at the games, the world games
Yeah,
this
so
year.
he returned this year just recently to defend his
Mm.
title
Yeah.
and just came up short, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And like real mushy looking Huntington Beach waves. But
Yeah.
if I reckon if you threw Joel in real waves with the rest of the field, he'd smoke him. Like fucking yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Imagine if it was big. He'd dominate, I reckon, if it was over because it was only like a foot, 2 foot max, eh?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, what else is going on? Yeah, so the IBC Jolin
No
continues to launder
way.
money.
You're not
You know,
bringing that topic up, are you, for the first time ever?
the IBC continues to launder money in the Mentawis. Was
Oh,
it?
why? What's happened? More people not getting paid or something?
Well, didn't they have a comp just recently? Oh yeah,
No, no, it was Fronton. The last that was the one. That was it. Last one of the year.
didn't they run one in that other place in Indo? What's it called?
Yeah, they did the Maldives, but that's not Indo, is it? Technically.
Maldives.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the Maldives is near fucking Philippines,
Is it?
but but that was in the middle of the year that comp.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, yep, yep. So
Yeah.
now the Fronton was the last one of the year. Um, yeah, and I talked about that last, maybe I think it was the last pod actually.
We've
But
had
yeah,
confirmation of rumors from people that the treatment in of riders is even worse than we
expected,
expected,
suspected. Yeah,
suspected. Yeah.
I know. Not surprised, are we?
Well, I think you are because you've been riding the IBC's nuts. You know,
Not true, my friend. Not true. I said in
probably
the last pod, I'm just reporting the news.
you're probably a Conor McGregor supporter too, aren't you? Conor McGregor, you friendly rocker rapist.
Rapist, rapist.
I'm a
Yeah,
rapist.
we'll get into bread and circuses later.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to add some fuel to the fire about the Nathan Florence
Yes,
saga
please.
from
Let's revisit this because fuck me. That was the worst call. That was the weirdest and worst call I've ever. I want to punch you in the face. Carry on. Especially the dinner plates comment. What are you on about? All right, carry on.
I'm going to lean into it even more, mate. I'm going to be the fucking
Carry,
heel. I'm going to be the
carry on,
heel.
knob job.
So I'm not taking a step back. And guess what he did in a recent edit?
Oh, hang
An-
on.
another another slab that him and his brother fully cooked. There, I said it. He's blowing it again. The best surfer in the world, the slab hunter himself. What's he done? He's found the sick as left hand slab,
Hmm?
and he half-heartedly charges it. What a shame.
Jolan. Oh,
What
who's
a
gonna?
shame. He could have gone some places, this Nathan Florence guy. He really could have gone
Oh my
somewhere with his
god.
career.
Okay, Jolan.
Yes, mate. Yes.
Have you ever paddled out in a fucking like semi heavy wave on a stand up on a stick on a surfboard? Don't lie.
Doesn't matter what you ride, mate. Doesn't matter what you ride.
It fucking does. It
Well,
really
yeah,
fucking
no,
does.
yeah, true, true. If you want to have training wheels on your craft to choose to ride, that's fine. You can have fins if you want to help you engage your rail. That's cool. That's it's easy. Fair enough.
You're hopeless, mate. This is you are fucking hopeless. Can I
Can't wait
just
for all the
explain?
can't wait for all the hate mail to come in
Can
next
I
week.
just explain, right?
Yeah.
The level of difficulty trying because I've done it. Not in
Oh
Nathan
fuck!
Florence.
Here we
No,
go.
hang on.
Oh my
That sounded kooky.
god!
That
Nah, yeah.
sounded
Do
kooky.
not edit that out. Do not edit that out. If you edit that out, I'm quitting the podcast. Okay,
I'm not.
that's
I won't
staying
edit
in.
that out.
That's
Right,
staying in.
listen. Listen. What I mean is I haven't surfed slabs on a stick
That's for
like
sure.
Nathan Florence.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I have surfed fairly heavy Blacktown on a stick, which
Yeah.
you've witnessed and
Yeah.
witnessed me make some good drops.
Yeah. 3 foot.
Yep. But heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I've surfed a few other heavyish waves on a stick.
Yeah.
The okay, the speed at which you paddle is nearly halved. Having to stand up at the same time as knifing the drop, and just the amount of energy that you need to use even to get into the spot or stay in the spot, it's pretty much double. Okay, what's easier about surfing heavy waves on a stick is the speed. So once you actually do the hard work of getting onto the wave and standing up, the hard work's done because the board's going to do all the work. The difference with the book is it's easier to get into it, and it's as long as you got a good bottom turn, you'll generate the speed. But you're not going to have anywhere near as much as a stick. Okay, that's the difference. Easy to get into on a book, but it's much easier much harder to generate as much speed or make sections a lot of the time. Right? This can't is surfing slabs that move out of deep water onto a really shallow reef. And as you know, with slabs, the swell always moves really fast. Okay. So, oh, you fucking, your face, eh? Your fucking face. Now, listen,
I just love it how you're trying to explain this to a 4-year-old.
well, have you considered it? Have
Keep
you ever
going, mate.
paddled
Keep
out?
going. This is great content. Keep going.
Have you ever paddled out at a heavy wave on a stick?
No, shit, no.
Because it feels so much fucking different. It feels so different. Like it's an
Really?
alien
Wow.
feeling.
I'd never think that.
Oh, you're cocky. Oh, if you're not lucky, we're not in the same
Oh, I
room,
did
mate.
not know that would be different. Weird.
You're lucky we're not in the same room, mate. I'll fucking scrag you. Fucking. Now
Whatever,
listen.
mate. I'll judo flip you. It's all good.
Right, listen. The
Yes.
dinner plate session.
Yeah.
He couldn't get any good ones because the massive current and it was coming across the reef because the swell angle was wrong.
Yeah.
He,
He blew that. Next. Next one.
I've seen the best guy, like the best guy out at dinner plates.
Oh,
The best
so
guy at
good.
dinner plates is Wowsy, right?
Yeah.
I've
Agreed.
seen Wowsy really struggle on big days out there because of the current. Not to get into the waves because Wellesley's a charger, but to even get in the spot. I've been on a day with him out there, shit, really similar to the video of Nathan Florence at dinner plates, basically identical, massive, scary, dark, and we just couldn't get to the takeoff spot because the current was sweeping us into the channel, right? And even Wellesley had a hard time with his paddle power. Um, Now the right, I just don't know where you get off. I don't know where you fucking get off on saying
Oh,
this
it's
guy,
so good.
he's riding the wrong equipment. What would you
Yep.
know about the equipment he rides?
That was obvious, mate. His boards are too big. It's obvious. Should have had a six
Oh,
four, 6'4" max, I reckon.
right.
Six
I've got a
four,
little. I've
six
been.
four Pizel
Mm, I've
quad,
been saving this
quad
up.
fins,
I've been saving this up. All right.
quad fins.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Here
What
we
are we
go.
watching? What are we watching?
We're watching Nathan Florence at the
At the
cave.
cave.
Now,
Okay.
everybody, I've been to the cave in Portugal. All the locals surf it, but they won't surf it at low tide. Him and his brother are the only guys out here right now because they're surfing it at pretty much dead low tide. Case in point. Stand by. Not even the local boogers are doing this. Stand by.
Stand by.
Stand by.
Looks a bit chippy.
Is that?
Yeah, it's chippy. It's going frame for frame.
Okay.
But I get the point. I
Hang
don't
on.
disagree. I reckon he did good in this session.
Okay, look.
So we
Do
can
you
move
see
on.
here, Jolan?
We can move on. I don't
This
I
is
don't
the.
disagree.
Okay.
I don't disagree with this session. I thought he did well. Oh yeah, cooked that one. Yeah, here he is pulling in.
Yes.
Didn't get
Outrun it a
barreled.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
another
not
cooked
chippy
out.
now?
No, it's still pretty chippy.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, nice drop. Hits a bit of reverb. Gets a nice shack.
Closed out. This one's the one, I think. Look at this. It's going dry in front of him, mate. Look.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah, that's sick.
that's incredible, mate. The
It
drop,
is.
the drive, and the balls.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say incredible. Not in this day and age, but it's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, nice. No, I got nothing to disagree with you on this session. Nothing to disagree.
Okay,
What
so
about
my
that? What about
okay
that left that he surfs?
the
The brown slabby left.
the way the waves and the conditions dictate how good their performance can be. They will push it as hard as they possibly can. These guys
Mm,
because they've got the
I disagree.
skills.
Disagree. I think he might be um not as fearless anymore. I think as you get a bit older, he's married now. He's probably going to have kids soon. I feel like there's a bit of hesitancy there. It's my take. A very, very unpopular take.
No one has done like he's created. I want to get one of those slab tour things. No one's. He just goes around the world the entire year chasing slabs.
No, does he?
I don't know where you get off when the guy literally surfing death-defying waves every single week.
Well, I'd
Basically,
love to see him fucking surf 2 foot corner, mate.
it's
I'm having a bit of fun,
I
but
know.
also half serious too. Um,
No, I can't believe it's just such a different game on a on a on a on a surfboard on a faggot board. It's just such a different game, mate.
yeah,
That's
it
why
is.
people like Jiggermain are so impressive. I think Jiggermain's and probably James to a slight degree, right? Jiggermain and then James to a lesser degree, but that's because he's a bit older, but he's still a ripper. But Jiggermain is the only guy at Blaketown that can take off at pretty much the corner.
No, not true. Stop you right there. Stop you right there.
Oh, here we go.
Well, you've got Brody, you've got Rafa. What are you talking about? You've been too much time in Christchurch, mate. Stay over the fucking divide. You just disrespected a couple of our fucking listeners right there.
Oh, shout
How
out to Brody.
dare you?
Shout out to
How
Brody. I take
how
it all back.
how dare you?
I, I've seen Brody take off on some heavy ones at Blaketown. Okay.
No shit. So's
Yeah.
Rafa. Yeah.
Don't know Rafa. I don't know
Ah,
Rafa.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's actually quite a few surfers around here that can handle Blakos for sure.
No. I'm talking. Come on. The that can handle proper real Blaketown and the only person on a stick that I've ever seen handle drop and do the sideways stall. You know how
Yeah,
he'll
yeah, that's
slide his rail and pretty much his board sideways when he takes off. The only
yeah.
person I've ever seen that do that is Jigga
Yeah, sure. No, he's a special man.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like Jigga can do like that crazy shit that I haven't seen other guys do.
I've seen Brody and Rafa do some very impressive stuff in heavy Blaketown. Like
I had to.
we're talking ear drops, we're talking like full on acid drops, just fucking straight onto like yeah, heavy
Yeah.
shit. And James too.
I've
And
seen
Zane and
yeah.
Zane and the Membrane Smith. I've seen him fucking pulling
Yep.
some slabs too.
No, I'd have to
Um,
agree. I'd have
yeah,
to agree. I've seen fucking Brody take off on some throaty waves and get barreled out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's another. I'm just going to write that down. Another kook out comment from Hodjo.
I
When
haven't
was that?
lived
Was
there
that
for three
about?
years.
Was
I'm
that
out of the
about?
fucking loop.
Yeah, that was about 9:18. Just going to write that down. It's a sound bite for later.
Unbelievable.
you,
Unfucking believable.
you
You're
notice
unbelievable.
I'm in a good hunty mood, aren't I?
You
Hunto.
you know what you are as well?
What? What's that?
You're a gaslighter.
Yes,
You're
that's
you're
for
a
sure.
fucking
Yeah.
true blue. Like whenever I'm shitty at you, you just go. You just like just I don't know. You always just like, oh, that's your problem. I'm, I'm okay. I don't know why you're not okay. And I'm straight away on the back foot. I'm angry. I want to scrag you. Oh,
Just grab me by the collar, and just
I
fucking
just want to fucking
scrag me around the house like a cat,
because you
swinging a cat around.
acting like everything's all fucking good. I'm all good. I'm
Oh,
fine. When I can see you're not.
this is good. Um, we've got to get into some show notes. I've got some old show notes from about 2 months ago that I want to visit. Eh?
You give me a
And
homo show notes.
oh, he's all grumpy now. And then I want to do a conspiracy corner. I want to talk about TV shows that we've been watching. Where do you want to go next?
Give me some of your show notes.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, talk to me.
Let me just refer to my notes. Um,
But
I
you're
want to.
firing up the Amiga 500, are you?
Oh man,
MS-DOS. You get the MS-DOS? It
the Amiga 500's good, mate. It's good.
is
Now
good.
I'm gonna share my screen in a second, but just to show you a photo I took. But I want to set the scene. Okay.
Ah.
So this is my what I would call a real life glitch in the matrix. Um,
Mhm,
Probably 50-50 glitch or 50-50 just a very strange coincidence. Okay.
mhm.
So paint the story.
Paint the story.
Um, I stay in a hotel down in Southwestland in Fox Glacier. Um, and they
With
have
other men.
there's many people there. And one night I went out down the steps, and at the top of the steps, there was just a random, the little tooth pickers that you get. They had the little bit of floss on them, and they got the pointy end, to give the old fucking teeth a bit of a zhuzh.
Mm,
I just noticed there was a white little tooth picker. And I was like, oh yeah, that's weird. Didn't think to pick it up and put it in the rubbish tin or anything, but it just sort of stuck in my mind. Then about probably 6 months later, I went and stayed at the same motel, but the absolute opposite end of the hotel, right? So once again upstairs, and then you know what I'm gonna fucking say, don't you? You know what I'm gonna say. What do I see?
mm,
What do I see?
mm.
Can you see what I'm showing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 6 months later, the exact same color tooth picker on the exact same stair. It was the first stair as I was heading down. I just was like, this this is a glitch in the matrix, or there's some weird shit going on here. Like, what are the chances? And then obviously it's you could explain it by maybe the cleaners. There's probably like some Samoan or Fijian
Oh.
cleaner. Well, there's a lot of islanders who work for this motel chain.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that they might just, be picking their teeth, and they just. But then, if they're cleaners, why would they throw rubbish on the floor? I just thought that was really weird. Same top step, completely different ends of the motels. And yeah, so that's my story about the Matrix. How do you rate that out of 10?
Oh my God.
I just deflated you.
I'm I'm close to quitting, eh? After all that quality chat, and you come at me with a photo of a fucking floss.
When I
But
think about it now, it's probably
you
not that.
need to you need to you need to take a long, hard look at your life.
Dude.
Just take a
Uh,
long, hard look at this.
I know there's going to be at least one or two people out there that'll be like, whoa, that is crazy. Like, that's pretty out of it, bro. Like, 6 months apart, different stairwell, same toothpicker,
You're focusing on the wrong shit, mate.
dude. Sometimes these things will happen in life and you'll just let them pass you by, mate. You got to keep your eyes peeled, Hodgie. You got to peel them back.
I know Joel Dixon will want to
Yeah.
weigh in on that.
He'll be like, nah, 100% Matrix confirmed.
Mm.
All right. Now your turn for a show note.
Um, no, I got too much, and they're big topics. They're
Oh,
not, yeah, they're big topics. So,
oh.
carry on with yours, please. Yeah.
Oh, so you want to wait, get all my shit ones out of the way.
Come
Out of the way.
on, let's get them out of the way. Because, like, hey, there might be something good. There might be something
Yeah, I
good.
don't know. I don't know. What did I have here? I had, oh no, it talked about that. Oh
Mm.
yes. Now I can't recall why I wrote this down. It might have been who was talking about paintball? Was it Joel and Tim's show a few episodes ago?
Oh, yes.
It
Yes.
was. Yeah. So I'd love to regale you with my first ever paintball story. And if you've got one to share, that'd be good too. Have you got any?
A lot of,
Have you played much paintball before?
couple of times. There's a lot of
Oh,
white
cool.
supremacists in the paintball scene.
Jesus. Actual, like, it's fucking redneck racists.
They have, that airsoft shit or paintball.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird gun nuts. join
Ah, yeah,
those clubs,
yeah.
and then it always gets a bit weird.
Okay. Yeah, they're just fucking reenacting World War Two and shit. Some guy's got a concentration camp over on the side.
They just get a
You're
bit
like, whoa, whoa, too far, mate. Just we don't need that.
they just
Um,
get a bit white bridey by the end of it.
okay,
A lot of
okay.
camo, a lot of face paint,
Well,
and
I
a
actually
lot
know
of
it airsoft. Like Adam, who's in our band KVH, he does it quite regularly. He's got all the gear, but he's definitely not racist.
no, there you go.
Um,
There
yeah,
you
but
go.
anyway, so I just wanted to share with you my first ever paintball story, right? So I was so excited, you know, growing up in a poor family, not super poor, but like going to paintball was a bit of a big deal, like
Blue collar. Very
bit
blue
of
collar.
expensive, mum was a bit stressed out because
Mm.
of money and whatever. And so I got to go. I was like, yes, finally, first paintball. And I think I might have had maybe $10 with me, as spare money for whatever. Okay. So you go and you pay your thing, and then you get your gun and you get your one refill or your one, thing of paintballs. And I was so excited because I grew up watching Commando and fucking Predator, and yeah, I was fucking, fantasizing about this for weeks. The day finally came and they set us off into two teams, and instantly I went into fucking stealth mode. I was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking like get on the
Gonna
ground.
stuck someone off.
No, and then I'm gonna get on the ground and like do. I was doing like army crawls and shit, and like I wanted to
Yeah.
find a sick little posse. So I
Mm.
found this sick little posse underneath these ferns, and I could see someone coming. I'd sat there for about 10 minutes. I was like, yeah, this is good. Oh, point interjection.
So you don't want to work with the team. You don't want to be a good teammate.
Well, guess not. I was focused on fucking stealthing, finding a
Mm.
sick little spot, digging in, and waiting for them to, because I knew they had to come past me. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking pick off some cunts, right? So first ever paintball, dug myself in a little spot, was lying down there, heart was racing, had my finger on the trigger. Some dude was coming through, and I was like, oh, how good, first kill. Click the trigger, nothing's happening. I was like, what the nothing. Oh fuck! Have I got a broken gun? And then I look at the fucking the thing that holds all the paintballs. All the paintballs are gone. What had happened was, because I'd been fucking rolling around in the fucking in the
Yeah.
on the ground,
Mm.
that all tipped out. Every single every single paintball had tipped out. And then
Oh.
that guy sees me because I'm fucking losing it, and he shoots me in the head. So I'm back to camp. And then I didn't have enough money to buy any more paintballs, bro.
Oh my
So
God.
that was my whole experience done. Didn't
How
even
old
get
were
to
you?
like 12 or 13 or
Oh.
something. Dude, it was so soul destroyed. I had to go back and
Oh.
like tell mum. She's like, "How was it?" And I was like, "Yeah, good, eh? Yeah, no, it's real fun."
Oh.
I literally, that was it. I went
Did
back
you
to the
cry?
base probably later on that
Yeah.
night. Probably that night, I would have had a good old cry up because everyone had a good day, and old Joel ran out of paintballs and had no money to fucking top them up.
It was that. Did you have a piss fringe at the time?
Oh, I 100% would have had a piss fringe or a bowl cut or an undercut. No, it would have been
Undercut.
either undercut or piss fringe.
Undercut piss fringe.
100%. Yeah.
Oh mate, that is sad. That's a sad little story.
Funny
It
too,
is.
though. Funny. More
Yeah,
sad than funny.
because kids are so like my kid, eh? They're so earnest. You
Mm.
know, there's no bullshit with kids. They're just so earnest. And sometimes my kid, like, she'll just break my heart because you can see she's so earnest or excited about something.
Mm.
And if she gets disappointed, it's just utter devastation.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you poor thing. You
Yeah.
poor fucking thing. Like,
Yeah, because when you're
yeah,
young, you can't just sort of push it away and go, "Oh, she'll be right." It's like that thing is so important to you in the moment,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I see it with
Um,
my girl all the time.
oh,
Also,
we
oh,
have a
mate.
pause. Can we have a pause because I want to shut the windows and stuff,
Yep.
shut the curtains. Little two
Remind me
second pause.
to uh, start recording again.
I will.
I've got to go
Oh,
piss as
all
well.
right.
Here we go. We're back. We're
We're
black.
back.
And we're black from
Well,
outer
I'm not.
space.
I'm white as man.
Sammy
White
always has a
as.
go at me, eh?
Look
About
how
being,
white that is.
ooh, about not being
That's
Scottish
translucent.
enough. Whereas I'm more Scottish than him, the cunt.
Yeah, come on, mate. Lean into your bloody true heritage.
Yeah.
Uncle Connor, lad.
Well, I'm actually Indigenous twice. So yeah, fuck you. So are you.
Oh, yeah.
Irish
And
and Scottish is Indigenous. There you go.
yep. And I'm a little bit German and a little bit Polish too.
Well, I know that with that fucking schnozzer of yours, mate. You led the Warsaw Uprising, didn't you, mate?
Coleslaw.
The the coleslaw uprising.
Do
Okay.
you want
I've
to jump
asked you
into
to.
it? Do you want to jump into one of your heavy ones?
Well, I've asked you to talk about this, right?
About what?
And we fucked it up when I stopped. Wasn't recording that time.
What are we
It's the
talking
best
about?
wave you've seen someone get at Blacktown.
Oh,
I asked you to think about it.
yeah, but we did this, didn't we? And I don't want to repeat myself. Hate doing that. So I need to think of a new one. No, I haven't done any work on it. I haven't done any work on it.
Oh, bugger.
I haven't got anything that's coming out of my head.
Got to ever think about it.
Yeah.
Because and just on that as well, that Damon Mead guy just released an edit
Oh,
of the
saw it.
spit.
Saw it.
Wow.
Fuck, so good.
Those boys are. Have you surfed that joint?
Yeah, I've talked about it on this podcast
Oh, I
many
can't
moons
remember.
ago. Many moons ago. My first ever surf out there, I was
Oh yeah.
16, so it would have been 1996. Me and a couple of boys did the mission, and it was 4 foot, solid 4 foot, and humping, howling offy. So scary. Just because we'd never surfed a wave like that before, like of proper consequence. But yeah, we all got some barrels, and fuck, it was such an exhilarating session.
Were you
We
shoulder
did
hopping a little bit being that age?
100%.
Hmm.
Definitely. But then you realize that's a bad idea because that's the scariest section is the one at the end.
Yeah, where
So
it goes
then
like dry, eh?
where it goes pretty much dry. So we realized, okay, we've got to push deeper. So we just kept pushing deeper and deeper until we got to a sweet spot and we're like, okay, we can get barreled here. And we did get barreled. It was fucking crazy and psycho and
Hmm.
scary and so much adrenaline. But yeah, that stretch of coast, and I won't name where it is just a wonderland of reef breaks.
Okay. What about if you can't think of Blaketown? Is there anything that jumps to mind? Just the best wave you've ever seen anywhere? You've seen someone catch, or just an empty,
Yeah, I
anything
can
like
think
that?
of one. I can think of one right now.
Hmm.
I can think of Jared Ferris up in Gisborne surfing pines, and it's like 6 foot. There's like no one out. It's fucking massive, massive ground east swell, and he's just out there drop kneeing. I remember this one wave. He fucking just got like a full on 6 foot barrel drop knee. No one else out. Just him. He probably still rips to this day, but fuck, when he was in his prime in the 90s, oh god, he was still hardcore ripping all through the noughties. And right up until, we saw him last probably surf at the Blaketown comp was probably the last time I ever saw him surf. I'm sure he still rips, but fuck me, those like us grommies living in Gisborne, we were just like, this guy is out of this fucking world, dude. He could do every trick on the belly, and then when he drop kneed, it was just like, fuck, this guy is unreal.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Mm, that's
Nice.
me. What about you? You've already done
Best
yours or no? Best wave you've ever seen someone surf live? Apart from me at Blacktown.
best wave I've ever seen live.
On a bodyboard,
On a bodyboard.
I reckon. Narrow it down.
Oh,
Dun,
fuck.
dun, 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 dun,
Hang on.
dun, dun. I'll
Oh,
do the holding music.
yeah.
Ba ba, be doo doo be ba da ba,
Hmm.
be doo boo boo ba ba ba, boo 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 ba be doo doo ba da.
Probably. Oh man.
Well, it was obviously me, drop knee at the wave trap. I know you don't want to admit it, but that's got to be in your top
Hold.
five.
I I hate to say it, but that's one of the best waves I've ever seen.
It is though. It is.
Fuck's sake.
I'm
It's not
sorry,
the
but it
best wave I've
is.
ever seen. It's not the best wave I've ever seen, but it's
But
it's fucking up there. It's top 10.
best wave you've ever seen someone drop knee, probably in your whole
Yeah, yeah,
life.
yeah. Like by
Like
by
number
a
one.
fucking yeah.
Number one drop knee wave you've ever surfed, I've
Yeah.
seen live. I'll
Yeah.
take that.
But you
I'll
you
take
took
that.
off. It was
Tick,
bumpy.
tick.
You took off. You were basically too deep. You
I
rode
know.
over the foam ball and then made another section, and it was like 3 to 4 foot, and then you come flying out screaming at me, and it was just me and you out. It was insane.
It was fucked. Thank fuck we got old surfers walls to bloody
Yeah.
take footage. What a fucking lucky freakish. We've talked about that ad nauseum, so we won't go
Oh no.
back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
okay, apart from that, what else comes to mind?
Yeah. There was one wave I saw this Aussie guy, actually Luke Robert Morgan, get at Rutaki. On my very first trip there back in 2008. 4 to 6 foot day. Not crazy big day at Rutaki, but I remember he sat there for like an hour. He was just like, I'm just going to wait for the biggest set that comes through. You boys can get these mid-sized ones, and we're kooks. We're having time of our life. And he was just like, I'm just going to wait for that proper mother set. And he sat there for like an hour talking shit. I got a wave, and I was paddling back out over the shoulder, and I've never seen someone in a deeper, throatier, choked like wave. It was
Mm,
fucking mental.
yeah,
That really comes to mind. It blew my mind. Like I remember going over the shoulder and just screaming because I've never seen anything like it. I was just like,
yeah.
this is fucked up. Yeah, it was so heavy. Like it was so heavy.
Yeah.
Um,
Crazy.
that,
That's cool though.
yeah, that, and honestly, I know it sounds a bit, but the wave that Jade Morrison took off on,
Yeah.
he didn't make it. But the wave that I saw him get at Blaketown that weekend with me, him, and Adam out the back at 4 to 6 foot Blaketown, probably
Mm,
6 to 8. Honestly, if I'm being honest, 6 to 8 foot by the time it was like really going for it that day.
mm.
Um, and his one was an 8 foot wave. I've never seen a wider, deeper barrel, a bigger, wider,
Crazy.
heavier barrel than that wave he took off on. I've never seen anything like it in New Zealand. It was
Mm,
the heaviest, and he just perfectly scooped it, and he sat in this huge barrel, and I had the perfect view because I was down the beach bit,
yeah.
and I just had this. I was looking straight into it, and he was so small in this dark, dark Blake Town
Mm.
fucking barrel. It was
So
huge.
that would have been 13 or 14, 2013 or 2014,
2012. Yeah,
2012. Yeah.
2012. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because I
I've
remember I've got footage of that weekend. I wasn't there the whole time because I was looking after Addison, I think. I
mm,
remember
mm.
I had the van and I remember coming up to check and just my soul dying inside.
Oh my god. I
I
only
took
got.
footage. I think I took footage that some of that session.
I think you did because
Mm.
I've never seen. I mean, I've fucking talked about it a million times. Never seen
Yeah.
anybody ride better than Adam McLean that
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
weekend. But air Fords, inverts, huge barrels, one after another.
yeah.
Um, and that was the weekend I probably got one of the best way barrels I've ever had at Blaketown. Yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
boy.
there's probably the best things I've ever seen in the water. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. There was one that Wellsy took off on at Blake at dinner plates and he snapped his flippers. And I didn't see the wave, but I see him take off. And I remember just looking down and the whole reef's just exposed basically. And it was like a 6 foot wave and yeah, he just
Jeez.
went it. Like, yeah, That was pretty cool.
Crazy.
That was pretty fucking cool.
Um,
Mm.
I've got another couple of little show notes here. I just wanted to touch on before we jump into something else. Maybe a bit of bread and circuses or something. You said you wanted to talk about something heavy. Was that Toi Tu
I think
Te Tiriti or
I think Toy Two Tariti, but I think we'll have to push that out to a. Oh, I got
another ep, eh?
I
Another
got
ep.
bread. I do have a bread and circus. Yeah, we'll do that for another ep because
Yeah.
I'd actually like to talk about it because I just got to say, like David Seymour's pulling the best gaslight on the New Zealand public
Even
in
even better
fucking
than
history.
me. Even better than me.
He's doing better than you, that's for sure.
Um, and also I've got a conspiracy corner, but maybe we save that for next ep too.
I do have one quickly.
Yeah. Good.
With your let's talk it through, right?
Yes. Yes.
With your history of working for NMD bodyboarding
Yeah.
and your former employee and
Yes.
one Nick Meseritz,
Yes.
I would like as a project for the show to for us to make a homemade boogie board.
Okay. Right.
Talk
Have
me
you got to
through it.
without the proper gear, it's gonna be tricky. Um, Even just getting the materials, because you'll have to source a core, a
Mm-hmm.
slick, a deck. Um, that's pretty much it. Because the deck you can chop up into rails, even though there are sort of two types of different rails, but that's okay. You could probably just use the same material twice. Um, so yeah, if you got all those ingredients together, we could slap something together, but you like you need a laminator to really make a bodyboard, and
Yeah.
they cost about you can buy them probably for about 100 grand straight from Buzz over at Tubes.
Yeah.
He invented them. Well, he
Yeah.
invented the lamination technique, and that's where everything comes from Buzz from Tubes. Um, if you got a laminator, then the rest is just fucking practice. But we could whip one up. So if we don't have a laminator,
Go step by step. How do we? So
how do you
we
make
got
a
a
board?
core, right?
Yep, yep.
Step by
Got a
step.
core.
Yeah.
Next step is you get your measurements for all the places. So your nose width.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's the next one down? It's been so long. Nose to wide. What is it? Top to
Nose to
wide
wide
point.
point.
Wide point.
Yeah.
In tail width. Um, Thickness of the board.
Yeah.
But that's sort of if you can't be fucked with that, you just use whatever core you've got.
Thin
Most of
line.
the
Yeah.
yeah, and then it's just cutting out that shape. So
What do you
you
use to cut the shape?
so you use a bandsaw. Yep,
Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, like a
yep.
jigsaw, like a jigsaw.
It's they're called bandsaws. Um,
Oh, are they
yeah, they go
stationary
around.
and you go around it?
Yes, so you put it on an angle. Well, actually, when you're cutting the core out, you just have it straight up and down like that, and then
Okay. I'm
so
just looking it up because our tradie mates be laughing at me. I don't know what a bandsaw is.
you're here to find out. It should be an upright circular saw that goes round a fucking a little pulley, a little wee
A
thing.
circular bandsaw.
Wow, upright bandsaw. I don't even know the technical term,
Hang on,
but
hang on. So it looks like
oh,
this, right?
are we getting caught in the weeds here? This will take forever.
That's it, eh?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, there we go. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
nice. You got
Bandsaw.
it.
Right.
So
Yep.
bandsaw. So then you have it in that angle, and so you've got your So once you've got the shape of, well, you've got to use a template. You see. So what template are we using? Is it prone heavy? Is it versatile? Is it drop knee? Let's say it's versatile.
Yep.
So then you line up your shape. I've actually still got a template out in the garage. I might have showed you one. It was my dream template. I stole from Miz. Thanks, Miz. But he said I could. Not that I was going to go into production or anything, but anyway, so you get your template and then you line the template up on all of the points that you've marked out on the board. So you've obviously got your nose, your wide point, your tail. And then so you move the template up and down the board until it's everything, all the points have lined up. And then boom, you sort of just bloody leave that there, stick it to the board, and then you run through the bandsaw
Yeah.
across the template. As you do that for both sides, then you've got the shape of the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next thing is probably cutting the tail. So ideally, you want to have a jigsaw that you can angle, because obviously you're going to need it to go like that, so you can cut out the tail.
Yep.
Yep. So cut the tail out. Then you've got to chine the rails. So there's this little wee thing. It's kind of like a triangle like that, and it's got razor blades in the middle. This is one way. This is the way that we used to do it. You could probably do it with the bandsaw as well, but you chine the rails. It's already been measured to like 60/40 or 50/50. So you pull that blade
Mm.
across each of the rails. So what have we got? We've got the shape of the board, the rails and the tail have been cut out. Next step is pretty much do you want to put any features on it, like nose bulbs or anything, or any
Because
contours or channels? That's the
it's a
next stage.
because it's a firm Man Swoo board. Just keep it
Yeah.
nice and simple. You know.
Okay. So we'll go channels. We'll just go normal channels
Uh,
and nose bulbs.
we'll go quad channels.
Oh, okay. Go quad. So
Wi-Fi.
that's
Yeah.
when you get one of those fucking sanders.
Yep.
Yeah. Or also there's this other tool. It's like a half circle, like basically a cheese grater, a small cheese grater. So you just fucking,
I know.
you know,
Yep.
pump them out and then you sand them. So you use the cheese grater and then you sand them
Uh,
down.
about sander.
Yes, belt sander.
Yep. Yep.
Also a hand sander too to finish it off.
Yep.
So you got your channels. For your nose bulbs, you just get a little bit of foam, a little triangle of foam, and you get your fucking just slap it on with a bit of fucking with your heat gun.
No
Just
good.
fucking a little bit of heat. No nose bulbs for you. No nose bulbs for
Nah,
you.
I never rated them. Nah.
Oh, oh my god, nose bulbs are the best, dude. I can't even. I hate a board without nose bulbs. I thought that was probably one of the most insanely cool inventions that was ever made. Seriously,
Mm,
the
okay.
extra grip that
Mm,
your hands got. Anyway, so nose bulbs. We've done the channels, nose bulbs. Next thing is laminator with the slick. So you get your board, chuck it on the fucking on the moving conveyor that's heading towards the laminator. And the laminator is just basically this thing that moves the boards at a certain speed. And then there's obviously a giant fucking heat uh, air, fucking fan. Um, and then you've got this big circular weighted, that's what sticks. So it's a combination of heat and pressure and the speed of the board. And you got to get those three things bang on. If you don't, then your board's going to rocker out the wrong way. So it's the speed of the board going through, the pressure of the laminator, and the heat of the laminator. So you got to get all those three things right. Fuck, so many times you cock that up and you just fucking torched about 10 boards. It's bad. You put the slick on,
yeah.
boom, let that cool for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Come back the next day, flip it over, put the deck on.
Right.
Yeah. Well, actually,
So
before you put the deck on, you've got to trim off the excess slick.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So with like what, like a craft knife or something like
Yeah,
that,
just a sharp
basically.
knife, just a sharp
Yeah.
knife. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So without a laminator, there must be some like handheld lamination techniques we could do with like a fucking heat gun and
Yeah. We could,
fucking,
we
you
could,
know,
we could fully. Oh my god, we could get like 5 heat guns,
yeah,
and
yeah,
fucking strap them to a piece of wood in a line.
fuck yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
actually, we could do that. Get 5 fucking heat guns, strap
yeah,
them, all have them going at the same time. We'll get someone to fucking move the board through.
yeah.
But then we're going to need someone to put the slick down, and then you need another 2 people to like press the slick while it's still hot and cooling.
Yeah.
It'd be an absolute disaster, but it could technically be done.
I reckon we should try it. We've got to do this. We've got to do this. We've got to do it.
And
That
then
sounds,
yeah, after
yeah,
you chop off the slick excess, it's whack on the deck. Same process, and then you trim the deck, and then I believe it's healing the nose, which is you've still got a bit of excess deck, so you
Yeah.
sort of fold that over the nose,
Mm.
and then it's the tail, and then it's the rails. And once you put the rails on, then you trim the rails, and then you roll the rails, and then yeah, you're done.
So you like laminate the rails, right?
Once again, it's a heat gun,
Yeah.
and you just follow with your hand, pressing the
Because
rail.
you're essentially like melting it
Yeah,
onto
that's
the
all you're doing.
board in
You
a way.
just
Yeah.
That's what lamination is. Yeah.
In my kooky opinion, it
Yeah.
sounds doable for us to do in Jolin's garage.
Yes.
And we make a special edition Fu Man Swoo board, all orange, right? And we
No, it
and
has to
if
be
we do
red.
red, and then if we do it properly, we start our own board company called Two Fat Guys in a Shorey Customs.
That's wordy. Um, well, how about
Two
just
Fat Guys boards.
swoo boards?
Two Fatties boards. Fu Man Fu Man boards. Fu Man books. Fu Man
Yeah,
books.
Fu Man boards.
Fu Man
FMB.
book.
Yeah,
Fu
I
Man
like it.
book.
I like it. I'll sell the Falcon, and we'll use the money for that to buy all the heat guns.
Yeah. Swaz. I reckon pay Swaz Customs. Here we go. I reckon
I like it.
Pakey could steal enough heat guns from his job.
Surely. Yeah.
You
Um,
know,
do we sign him up to be our first team rider, McPake?
who would our Fu Mansu team rider buy? Because you can't buy your way in. You
No,
know,
I think it's probably going to be McPake. He's got my vote.
he's the leading
Yeah.
person. Being exec producer, three
Yeah.
times, Blacktown champion.
Probably
Um,
second to that would be Blind Rob.
I would put
Oh, no, I'm sorry, his name's not Blind Rob. His new nickname's 2020 now because I've told
he's
you
Yeah,
he's 2020. He's got his
he's
eyes
20.
fixed.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would put I've probably put no, blind Rob.
What
Yeah.
about Lowy?
Lowy?
Yeah.
No. He's
He's not surfing enough for that.
nah,
He's
nah.
not surfing enough for that.
Someone's got to be really out there representing the brand though as well.
Yeah, that would be McPake. And probably Johnny Rodden. He would. He'd give that a shot. He
Who
listens to the
else?
potty.
Yeah.
He's keen.
Who else is really active? Oh, actually, we're missing one person, right? That's
Yes.
really active. Really
Yes.
active. Steve Fortune.
Would he, give up his sponsorship with science, to come ride for us? Probably, eh?
I
Probably.
mean, we'd pay him in blowjobs.
You might, but I'll give
Oh,
him a couple of high fives.
would you? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that beer looks tasty, even though it's a dirty, dirty Heineken.
Makes me want to do
What's
pose, eh?
what's really interesting about fasting, dude, is the mental warfare that you have to go through. Like seeing people eat food, seeing people drink yummy drinks. You're just like, oh, I can't do that at the moment. Oh.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Bread and
I think
Circs.
let's try and get
Save.
hold of a board one day and do it.
Yeah. So we're gonna park Toitu Te Tiriti and my conspiracy corner for the next pod, which is
Oh,
gonna be
thank God.
soon, eh?
Yeah, we'll do it soon. Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
thank God.
Right, the conspiracy one.
Yeah. See, Joel did a really good one about that nuclear war scenario. It was just so engaging. And I've had so much good feedback about K2. Oh, and the other thing about the K2, the summit thing, right?
Yes.
Everybody's complaining, like, I can't see it. It's $4 to rent on fucking YouTube. Okay.
You said it
$4.
was free.
It was, okay. I rented it originally, right?
Didn't say that.
I rented it originally.
Yeah, you missed that part.
And then after I watched it, right? Listen, after I watched it,
Yeah.
I've found a free version on YouTube, but I didn't end up watching the free version on YouTube, so I didn't realize it didn't come with the subtitles.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. Bread and
You figure.
circuses though, thinking about stuff you've watched. Um,
Yeah.
Joel put us on to Three Body Problem. Did you
Mm,
watch any of that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to
Uh
know.
you what, sorry?
Great.
You,
Elaborate,
you
please.
just said you don't want to know.
No, please elaborate.
No, I'm done. No, I'm done. Let's wrap it up. If you're gonna be like that, let's wrap it up.
No,
You
no.
don't no, you said I heard you say I don't want to know. So I'll
No, I
take your
want to
first
know.
answer.
Hey,
No, no.
don't take see.
If you
I
don't want to
was
fucking
no,
talk on a podcast, that's okay by
Joel,
me.
Jolin. I was
Happy to go to
just,
bed.
I'm just geeing you up. I was just geeing you
That
up.
seemed pretty fucking real. I heard you
I,
slip it out.
I'd
That
love to
seemed like a
know.
real.
Please tell me about the
Nah,
three body problem.
nah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right. Well,
But
what
for those of you
other?
listening, you should go and check it out. It was a really good suggestion from Joel, and it's a good show. I won't elaborate on it.
No, please tell me what's it about.
Nah, I'm gonna shit now. So let's change the subject. No, I
See
knew
how
what you were
you wind
doing.
me up about the Nathan Florence thing, and I
Yeah,
just take it. I just take it on the chin. You can't
I
take a
just
little
did.
bit
I
of
took it on
ribbon.
the chin. I took it on the chin.
No, you didn't,
Why not?
because
How,
you
what do you
just shut
mean?
it down. Ooh, I'm sulking.
True. Yeah, that's dead right. I am sulking.
There you go. Gaslighter.
And I'm not sulking. I'm not sulking. I was just trying to tell a story. At least
Tell me.
with the other way around, you know,
I was
you let
riffing.
uh riffing.
I was riffing. Come on,
I
tell
don't
me about this
know.
three body problem. We're gonna have a 40 body problem in a minute. You on the ground. Come on, mate.
Uh nah, I can't. I can't. The mojo has left me and the anger fills my brain.
Yeah, you're in the middle
I
of
just
a.
want to strangle you. Just strangle you so bad.
I'm sweating, eh? I'm sweating. I did get you there though, because you tried to gaslight me. You tried to gaslight me.
When?
Yeah. Just then,
How?
hey,
How did I try and gaslight you?
hi.
Hey?
Just by saying like you were fine, and I'm done. I'm not sulky. And I was like, you are sulky. You're like, yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
sulky, just angry
yeah,
because
yeah.
I wanted to tell you all about it. And you
No, mate.
fucking you went straight into the. If anyone wants to rewind this edit, there's a 1 second clip there where you
Mm-hmm.
literally say, "Fuck, I don't want to hear about this" or something like that. Can't remember
It's
exactly what
called.
you said.
It's called a joke. It's called a
That
joke.
was not no no. That was not a joke. I know you too well. That you
I,
can say. Of course, you can say it's a joke. Of course, you can say it's a joke
uh,
now that's past it. But I know deep within your soul that that was a true comment. That's why I arced up because I knew you were like, I don't want to fucking hear about this. So I was like, okay, all right, then let's move on.
no, no, because I'm interested. I'm going to look it up right now if you don't, and I'm going to start talking about it and acting like I know more about it than you.
Good, go for it.
All right, hang on. Three, the three body problem. What's it called? The three body problem.
Yep,
Here we go.
that's the one.
Three body. Here we go. So,
Did you not
okay.
listen to the Joel and Tim show where he talked about it in depth?
I think I might have, but I might have switched off. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Like just didn't pay a lot of attention. Okay,
Oh, well, I
okay.
did, and that's why I watched it because it sounded cool, and it is cool.
Hey, this sounds cool. Listen, okay. This
Here we go.
okay. Here we go. Okay, okay.
Talk about gaslighting, eh?
Yi Wenjie, a Chinese astrophysicist, runs into trouble with authorities after witnessing her father's death during a struggle session in the Cultural Revolution. Now, the Cultural Revolution took place in China in the 1950s, run by Mao. Okay, due to her scientific background, she is sent to a secret military base, race against other countries, and makes first contact with aliens during the World War. While there, she makes a choice that impacts humanity's future. In present day London, a series of mysterious suicides and science averse phenomena lead a government investigator and a group of friends called the Oxford Gays. I mean, Oxford 5 into a mystery of extraterrestrial origin.
Yeah, man, there's aliens. If you love a fucking alien chat, watch it.
I thought I thought it was a. I actually thought it was a documentary, but it sounds
Oh,
cool, and I will check it out.
you should. It's good. It's only got one season, and yeah, there's more to come. Probably for they take ages to bloody
Ah,
do these ones. But yeah,
was it good? Would you put it up there? Would you?
yeah, no, it was definitely worth a watch and fun too because the lead character she's Chinese with a Kiwi accent because she's from here,
Oh wow!
so that's quite fun.
What was the best thing about it?
Um, Probably the alien stuff, the technology that they have. Yeah, I won't spoil too much, but
Is there
yeah.
like actual aliens in it? Like they're like it's not all mysterious and X filey. It's like they're on. They end up like fucking getting probed and shit.
Not quite. Um, let's just say that their tech, but that's pretty obvious. Their tech is highly advanced,
Hmm.
and they do start manipulating these group of scientists um, to their causes, or there's a lot of mysterious deaths, and yeah, it's really cool. It's only 8 episodes, so that's
That's
worth it.
cool. I just finished reading a really cool book actually, sort of similar called The Passage. Have you Justin
Okay,
Cronin?
heard of
It
that
was
author?
a fucking sort of like a zombie vampire one. You'd really enjoy it. You got to check it out. It's called The Passage, and it does this from the start of the sort of the end of the world, and then does a
Ooh.
massive time jump.
Oh shit!
Um, and it sort of all becomes really clear throughout the book what what's going on, and by the end of it, it's just yeah, it's fucking awesome.
So
It's just
is it post-apocalyptic sort of thing?
yeah, vampire post apocalyptic like vampire zombies type things have
Ooh,
just killed everyone, and there's only like one remaining community um
yeah.
in the world, and yeah,
Fuck, there's
it's
so many of those stories, eh? But I love them, mate. They're always good.
they did this one. It was quite original. Like he did it quite well.
Oh,
The
nice.
book was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, real good fantasy like world building. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Have
So
you
that was cool.
watched anything cool lately?
Nah, um, nah.
After your rock climbing, fucking morbid fascinations.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been. I watched that 14 Peaks with some um, uh, Nepalese Sherpa who went from being in the Gurkhas. He was a
Mm.
Gurkha, Burmese Gurkha in the army. Then went to the SAS, and then when he was in the SAS, um, he got into mountaineering. And then he was like, fuck this, I'm leaving the SAS and becoming a mountaineer. And then he just became like the most hardcore mountaineer in the world, like ever. And he
Whoa.
climbed all 14 peaks, all 14 8,000 meter peaks within 6 months, which has
Was it
never been done.
was his name Bear Grylls by any chance?
No, it was like, it was, oh, what was it? Oh, fuck, can't remember. Nim Sadai, I think his name was. There you go.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, man.
It was fucking cool. Real
Yeah.
gangster. Like the and if he'd come across people in trouble, he'll try to help them, even though he was essentially doing a race. Yeah.
Mm.
That was pretty fucking cool.
Hmm.
Bread and Circus. Did you see? It was quite funny, and I'm only just discovering this because we're so old now.
Mm.
There is a streamer who's like the biggest streamer in the world now. A young guy called I Show Speed. You heard of him?
Yeah, the black fella that went and hung out with Dan Hooker and the boys yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm only just finding out who he is and what he does, which is just stream and be himself. And he's
Yep.
like huge. There's just
Influencer.
crowds just chasing him around New Zealand everywhere he goes, and he does live streams of it.
Yeah.
I was just laughing today because it seemed all in one day. He went to City Kickboxing
Mm.
and fought Dan Hooker, got fucked up.
Yeah.
And then he went and trained with the Warriors.
Yeah.
And there's this epic clip of him doing like one on ones with them. and he
Yeah.
absolutely poleaxes one of the Warriors trainers because the guy's like a really good athlete, and he absolutely fucking poleaxes one of the Warriors trainers, and then
Uh,
he gets fucking dealt to by one of the Warriors players. But
yeah.
the best one was where he was doing this like trying to stop DWZ from scoring that try, and
Mm,
DWZ just does the full fucking air Jordan over him, mate. It's
yeah.
and they're all just like in his face, fucking. It was awesome.
That's
Yeah.
crazy seeing like some of these overseas influences, come over and yeah, it was out of it. I saw those clips you saw and like so many people fucking out to see him, eh? It's crazy.
I had no idea who the guy was. I'd never heard of him.
As you
Yeah.
said, it shows our age, eh? Like
Oh,
If we hit up my daughter and her friends, they'll be like, yeah, we know who he is.
yeah. I'd never heard of him until
Mm.
today. And then the last the last big influencer, we're still going, but he got cancelled. It was Doctor Disrespect. He
Oh
got
yeah.
cancelled for
Oh,
doing weird texting with minors.
oh yeah. It'll get you.
They always seem just like everything's going so well, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, it's just 9 times out of 10 they've texted a minor
Crystalia.
or fucked one.
Classic Crystalia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember he was the king. He was
Yeah.
top dog, and then he
He
got
was.
exposed so badly.
He's made a good comeback though. I still find some of his comedy so fucking funny.
Oh, his
He is
comedy's here.
hilarious.
Yeah. No,
It's so good.
his humor, his
Yeah.
comedy is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like that time when he was doing that fight companion with Brian Callen and Shorb,
Mm.
and Brian Callen starts talking about something serious, and he's like, "Shut up, dude. If you're not wearing, if I turn around and you're not wearing a lab coat, shut up." And then he's like slowly turns around.
Yes.
He's like, "Would you look at that?
He
Shut
is
up, dude."
he rips people
Uh,
to shreds, eh? I love that part of him, eh?
it's so good.
Oh, he is
Um,
good.
hey, just on. Did you watch the UFC Macau card?
Yes, I did. Yes,
Fuck,
yeah.
that was good.
Remember I fell asleep. Well,
Mm,
I
yeah,
was talking to you and I was like, "Yep, I'm in for a big one tonight." Next minute, oh.
yeah.
So I rewatched the fights. I watched the Oldberg fight and every other fight after that. Yeah,
How was that Chinese girl that got finished, and she was like 1,000 or 1,200, 1,200 minus
favorite.
1,200 favorite because she's real good. Like she's insanely good,
Yeah.
but she got too cocky and started playing with her food basically,
Mm,
and that Brazilian girl just head kicked her and choked her out because you fuck around and you find out in that game.
that's true. And then
Mm.
what about the other one where there was another underdog, Chinese girl. She was the doctor.
Oh,
Did you hear about that? She's
yeah.
an actual practicing doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't told her parents that she does UFC, snuck away and ended up winning the fight.
She head kicked that girl, and that girl, the other Asian girl, was
Yeah.
unconscious for over 4 minutes. They
Yeah.
were like worried she was dead.
Yeah, dude. I remember there's a zoom in, you can zoom in on her face and she's doing these ones. She's that out cold. She's going,
Oh,
you watch her lips like
yeah,
tremor because she's
like
just, oh,
like snoring. Like some
yeah,
people
she's
get knocked
snoring.
out and they start snoring.
She's literally
Yeah,
snoring.
yeah. Um, nah, awesome fight night. Um, and obviously the biggest news in the UFC or bread and circus world this week is that Conor McGregor, our
Yeah.
friendly local rapist, has been
Mm,
found liable, not guilty, found
yeah,
liable
because
for
it's a
the
civil
rape
suit.
of an Irish lass.
Yeah,
Um, I've followed it really closely, like listening to a couple of Irish media outfits that would like sit in the court all day, take
shit.
notes, and then relay those notes to everyone.
Jeez, that's some research.
I mean, I found it really intriguing. The reason the reason why the police didn't prosecute him because they couldn't find enough evidence to build an evidence base against him. So that's
Gotcha.
why she was like, right, I'm going to go to civil lawsuit.
Okay.
Um, there's a lot of holes in her story, but everybody's saying that was in the courtroom and saw the photo evidence and the medical evidence. We're like, you see that, you'll be like, okay, he's done something pretty awful. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Because to be devil's advocate, I heard some stuff too that yeah, there were holes in his story, and
Mm.
that it was a rough sexual encounter. But his defense and the other guy's defense is that it was all consensual, and yeah, you might be talking about some bruises and some stuff and some I don't know what else there was going on, but yeah,
Oh,
it sounds like there's a few holes in her story too because she was like married, and yeah,
but let's just talk about the one true fact
is that
is that
Connor's a
Conor
scumbag?
McGregor is a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, true.
He is out. His missus is 8 months pregnant. His
Yeah,
missus is 8 months pregnant with
not
about to
cool.
give birth to their first child,
Not
and
cool.
he's out doing cocaine and rooting up or raping
Yeah,
groupies.
not
That
good. Not a
guy's
good.
fall from grace is just fucking something to be studied, and it's only going to get worse. It is not going to end well for Mr. McGregor. Holy
Pro-
shit!
Probably not.
Yeah,
Probably not.
throw all that success and money down the drain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
mate. Let's wrap it up because
they've
I
wrapped
need
up.
to allow people back into the lounge.
Yep.
Sweet. All
And
right, boys and girls, thanks for listening and watching.
well done on the background.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
You
It's work
know,
in progress.
we're getting there.
And just, still got to get the camera sorted. I'm surprised you didn't talk about the camera,
Oh,
webcam.
well, my camera's not great either, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
My camera at least works now. It didn't fucking work all that time.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Fuck. Those
Uh,
some tough times.
tough times. Times are tough.
Right, mate. Let's
Okay, mate.
we'll have another one soon, eh? Because we've got some big topics to cover.
Yeah, that one might be less boogie, bread and circus, and might
No, it's
cover some of
good.
the.
Just because a couple of people might say, "Oh, talk more about bodyboarding," doesn't mean there's other people out there wanting to hear some other shit as well. So you can't please everyone.
We'll
It's
always
good.
front load the bug chat because that's why we originally here and we enjoy it. Like I actually
Exactly.
loved hearing about how you make a book. Loved it. Actually loved it.
Cool.
So love to give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I honestly could talk about that shit for hours, dude. Like if you ever have any other questions about my days back in the shaping bay, not that I was shaping, I was just a fucking monkey like everyone else working on the boards. But yeah, I got heaps of stories to share, bro. Heaps of stories.
one day we'll have to do our origin stories, and that's where we can get deep on each other's origin stories.
Yeah, that's
You
good,
know,
mate. Let people get the audience out there to really know about us a bit more.
Hey. Oh, I did a
Right.
new workout yesterday, and fuck me, my hammies are so sore.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm actually probably due for a gym session on Wednesday, I think.
Oh,
Yep. I'm gonna get up tomorrow. Stomach's gonna be nice and flat. I'm gonna weigh myself again. I
oh,
weighed myself this morning. I was 81.5 kilograms. And it'll be interesting just to see how much I drop tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be tough, especially tomorrow night. So I'm gonna have to go to bed for the second night in a row with no food. That's the true test.
fucking hell.
All right. See you, bro.
Right, mate. Good job.
Cheers, mate. Bye bye. See ya.
Bye bye.